Alrighty, we should be online. Sound check?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Oh, Robert, I should probably say yes, Commander.
Hi, Shy. I was not expecting to be as emotionally charged as I am right now, but welcome to episode 14, I think, of XCOM The Long War, everybody, and I don't really have a lot to say except for the fact that my usual Tuesday, Thursday schedule is going to be disrupted starting next week, and I'm going to have to figure something else out. That might take a couple weeks. I'm going back to work full-time, and my employer is a little bit, shall we say, expectant of its employees. They expect ready availability for all of their business hours, basically, and it's a lot. It kind of ties up your day, and it forces you into a specific schedule. And I love my job. I absolutely love my job, but it does make scheduling other things kind of difficult. But enough talk. We fight the aliens.
Commander, the Council is requesting a direct link on a secure channel.
That's not a good sign.
And for those who don't know me, I am Xale, and I am one of one of Xale Mannix's partners in crime, and also one of his unwitting peons in this whole long war.
I'm not sure I'd call you unwitting, just possibly unwilling.
Excellent.
Oh, that too.
We look forward to seeing you.
I mean, the alternative is you have to fight the aliens in your own national military, and we've seen how badly that goes. At least...
What do you mean? What do you mean how badly that goes? No, we're doing just fine, thank you. We won a war without without the Americans. We can do what we want.
I don't know.
Sarcasm.
I don't know. Japan looks pretty rough, and the U.S. actually has been the least effective at fending things off. But mostly what I'm trying to say is, at least this way you get a laser gun.
We are confident that you
That is
will
true.
handle this matter.
I know. Yes, I am. So they basically, that was a little bit of sarcasm, obviously. Especially given the current state of our government now means, well, what the hell? Well, basically means that it's. I don't think they'd be able to fight their way out of a paper bag right now, let alone a full-on alien invasion. But
Yeah.
I digress.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Xale. Is this the Scottish flag?
That is indeed yes.
Well, he's going on the mission. Just on that basis.
Like, fun bit of trivia for you. Do you know that there's actually a bunch of Spanish islands off the northwest coast of Africa, the Canaries, if you've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically a bit of a party town. Everyone likes to go there and
Yeah.
basically
Weather's
drink
real
and
nice.
stupid, yeah. Especially with a lot of the English. And despite what people might say, as I keep saying, no, the English and Scots are not the same. That's an easy way to cause fights. As I always keep saying, it's like trying to refer to all of the United States as New York, or all of the United States as Los Angeles. That's it's as stupid as that. So don't do it.
I mean, I've seen fight starts between people from Dayton and people from Cincinnati over which city is better, and they're cities.
Oh, that's. Well, I would like to say that's ridiculous, but we kind of have the same thing with Edinburgh and Glasgow, so yeah, I could see that. But yeah, basically, a little bit of trivia for you. The Canary Islands, one of them is called is Tenerife. One of the major ones, basically a big tourist hotspot. It's got a flag that's similar to the Scottish flag.
You're not wrong, Shy. You're not wrong.
And if you don't believe me, look it up. The Tenerife flag is actually very similar to the Scottish flag. The only difference being is that it's got a darker shade of blue.
I forget.
Rest of the design is pretty much the same. Yeah, the rest of the design is pretty much the same. It's a white white saltire cross. I have no idea why you got similar flag does. I'm sure there's some sort of significance. There's several theories going around. one-cited theory, according to
Council
the
intel indicates the
some
aliens are
resources
targeting
which I
plasma
can't read
somewhere
because
in
it's
the
in
vicinity.
Spanish, but apparently it
To
might
locate
be
and disarm that weapon before they're able
because
to
they
commit
chose a
crime.
design similar to the Scottish flag belonging to the
We have a
Masonic
new
Grand
objective.
Lodge.
You aren't wrong. Like, that's the same flag, just with a slightly different color blue.
Yep, well, as I said. The only reason I know of this is because I went on a vacation many years ago. Arguably, probably not a good idea, as
Hope you had a
at
good
least
time.
I enjoyed it, but I think I would have enjoyed it more if I went and stayed like in a different part of the island. As it stood, we ended up being booked into the small hotel in in basically the party town area, one of the beach coastal towns where it was just basically all expats from England.
Yeah.
Probably our European countries just there just to drink themselves into a stupor.
Shy. Are those the Franker Faces emotes for the Legend speedrunners that are around?
Not seeing any.
Those. What do you mean for my channel? I don't remember picking those.
I'm not seeing anything other than just the text for them.
Aye, aye, Commander.
So I don't know.
Apparently, there are Franker Faces emotes for my channel, and
Okay.
they
Well,
are.
they're not showing up for me, so I'm a little bit concerned.
I am very concerned. I know what channels they're from. They were for Mega Man Legends speedrunners, because I was going to try to speedrun Mega Man Legends once upon a time. Once upon an incredibly stupid, dumb of me time. But I don't remember adding them to my channel. I need to figure out how to undo that and remove those, because yeah, no, I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, I got a funny feeling what they might look like, but I can't actually see them. I'm literally only seeing
It's
text.
It's specifically the version of Roll from Mega Man Legends blushing. So
Blushing, and I'm gonna guess, judging by the other label, probably making lewd faces that might not necessarily be
Yeah.
suitable, even though
Yeah.
you've marked the screen with plus 18.
yeah, it's nothing super explicit, but
And gasming, yes. Thanks, Shy. But anyway. So what what are we doing now in this mission? I didn't pay attention to the briefing screen. I probably should have, but
we are doing bomb disposal.
for crying out loud. While these things are flying around as well.
Yep.
To find that bomb.
And
Oh,
yeah, I am gonna be going back to work next Monday, so I am gonna be having to figure out schedules. I will also be starting up with my band again, and I will also, in addition to both of those things, probably be occupied with other things that involve very dear friends of mine, including Shy, coming to my house and eating pizza and possibly drinking alcohol, and almost definitely playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I've got a lot of stuff I gotta figure out, and
Oh, 1 second, be right back.
No way that just happened.
take.
He's down.
Yes, indeed, Shy. Yes, yes, indeed. Dungeons and Dragons.
Están intentando
Uh-oh.
bloquearnos.
I'm gonna be
What
sick.
the-
Going out.
Moving to position. That's affirmative. Out of rounds. Bien. ¡Vamos!
Good job, Strike One. That should buy us a few minutes.
No tengo munición. El disparo no ha dado.
I don't think I muted myself. I think I just ran out of things to say for a little bit.
Moving.
We're doing risky plays. Paid off. I think Xale had to step away from the computer for a little bit, though, so there might be a bit more dead air than usual.
Estoy en marcha. Ya podemos seguir.
Heading out.
There we go. Now that OBS is not freaking out on me.
Moving. Rock and roll.
Aye, aye, sir.
Time to motor.
Right. Those guys are still under the effects of acid.
Moving. We're green to go.
That was dumb of me.
¿Qué ha sido ese sonido? Estoy en marcha.
Excellent. That's another one down.
Come on, you'll be back in the fight ASAP.
And hopefully we'll be able to not have everyone die. That is the
Copy that.
idealized goal here.
Let's roll.
Got it.
Ten four.
Heading out.
Which, this one over here? In the... Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to get to it. And thankfully it is a power node. So I should theoretically be able to...
On the move.
That just gives me an additional turn up here. So the hope is that I can find the actual bomb and deactivate it before things get too nasty.
Vamos. En marcha.
Risky plays.
That's 0 energy on that power node, Strike One. I repeat, power node deactivated.
Risky plays paid off.
Moving out.
Is that a Shantae reference? I'm getting good at this game. Not XCOM, this noticing references game.
Understood. Moving out.
Abjectly terrible at XCOM, but
Position confirmed.
we don't talk about that. I like how this guy's name is just O.
Understood. Moving out. Moving to
His name is a mood.
Enemy troops.
Man, this assault is doing work.
I'm trying to flank it. Now you go.
Just taking the full brunt of it. They're gonna be out of commission for a while. Seujin U. Yeah, that's... Where's he from? Doesn't tell me. Wait, it does. Just gotta look at his... Right, it's up and down, not... Okay, he's from South Korea.
I'm back. Sorry about that. This is
Welcome.
when the problem was being the family tech support.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Was informed one of our TVs was playing up, and I after a few minutes trying to sort it out, I have no idea. There seems to be an issue with some of the satellite signal receiver.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
Because unlike in the UK, no, unlike in the US, cable TV is not all that widespread. So most pay TV options are for a satellite network or satellite dish.
I see. Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and oh, she can only shoot at that guy. Okay.
Yeah, I should point out we don't actually pay for any satellite television anymore. It's the free. It's really just that we kept the receiver for free to air stuff. Well, and I know personally most of my entertainment now comes from in the form of the internet.
Green to go.
Allegedly, the only major provider of cable services has extended their network, allegedly to the area, but I've not seen any. I've not seen any evidence of this so far. So
Most interesting.
anyway, Sorry.
Most interesting.
Yeah. That's beside the point. Point is I was spent several minutes trying to figure out why most of the channels on this TV receiver were making a horrific static noise,
Yikes.
except for one. So I don't know what happened.
Voy hacia allá.
Something has developed a fault somewhere. I don't know.
Looks like you found the
Given we got our ways of receiving television stations like through an antenna,
Yeah.
just a normal aerial. It doesn't or antenna. We don't really care all that much, but.
Okay.
But is it in the sky?
Hmm?
Sorry, that was a System of a Down reference.
Moving.
As someone who doesn't listen to them, that went way over my head.
That's entirely fair. I just happened to be listening to that album with Shy recently when we were heading down to Cincinnati for some shopping.
Ah.
So it was fresh on the
Anyway,
brain.
I see. And I apologize if you can hear a whole bunch of.
Still up.
See, if you boosting the radio illegally. In what sense? Also, if you can hear any background noise, I do apologize. That is I got my fan going to try to cool down this room.
Got it.
Because it's way too hot in here.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Although the humidity is lower compared to yesterday, so it's not as muggy.
That's a good start,
the
at
overall-
least.
Yeah, the overall air temperature is a lot higher, so
Roger that.
it's me like causing me to struggle a little bit. Plus, I got off a little bit earlier today to deal with some insurance company paperwork, which was a bit annoying.
Damage.
So I didn't get my usual most of the loads of lot of the huge amount of sleep I would normally get because I don't get up that early.
Yeah.
Because of my circadian rhythm is already gone to hell in a handbasket
So good.
and back again, so doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Plus, that is what I usually do anyway, as I probably mentioned many times before. I work mostly night shifts anyway, so
Yep.
Estoy sin munición.
anyway, what has happened, Commander? Are we actually getting any further, or to this bomb, or are we?
Well,
Let's
bomb is right over there.
Designated coordinates.
We've got one last,
Understood. Moving out.
we appear to have killed all the aliens, so I just need to get my squad into positions and, hopefully next round I can de-arm it.
Fail and not suddenly run into
Taking an energy buildup.
other problems.
That bomb is going to reach full power any minute now.
Power node powered down.
Excellent work, Strike One. Wipe out any remaining aliens and come on out.
In other news,
It's about to
aside
be over.
from my
One. Operators are
horrible
making their way to your position.
plunge into the rabbit hole and hyperfixation on people using creepy face tracking
Let's
crude
not-
mocap based avatar.
Yeah, let's not discuss that. That is your one and only opportunity to reference that for the entire night.
I'm on the move.
Well, actually, humor me for a moment because the avatars are not even the worst thing about them.
Will do.
Believe it or not.
I don't know. I think the whole thing is pretty creepy.
Oh no! I can assure you, the avatars are not even the worst thing about this.
I'm
I've
pretty
gone
sure
down this
the
rabbit
whole
hole.
thing is pretty creepy.
Afirmativo.
It's creepy, but it's also quite funny because it shatters and subverts a lot of tropes when it comes to certain celebrity. And some way I could actually respect them for that because all too often, online celebs, real ones in person who work in person as well, so-called real life ones have to adhere to certain set of expectations and standards because their management said so.
Xale is talking about virtual
These ones are going
YouTubers
off the rails.
like Kirano I and other such things,
Yeah.
and has been talking about them without cessation for 3 days.
I'm sorry. It's just when you've been in lockdown for so long, you start to go a bit loopy, and you start looking for other things to watch.
I find them incredibly creepy, and I would like to cease having them discussed on my channel.
Okay. Well, like I said, that's the least creepy here. But okay, well, on our news then, I have finally decided to spend some money on an actual decent microphone.
Good to hear. I do have, if you haven't already made the purchase,
No, I already have.
okay.
It was on sale. I didn't want to let the opportunity slide.
That's entirely fair. What I was gonna say is I did have a YouTube video go up by a vocalist I follow recently that hey Blurp. I did have a video go up by a vocalist I follow discussing the things she recommends as starter kit for home recording.
Oh, sure, but I've decided to go with this option first, which is basically,
That is correct, Shy.
Yeah.
She mentions at the end of the video that it's also perfectly good for podcasting and similar, so it should be fine. I'm sure it's a bit spendy though, because she's a record producer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's good enough for the recording music, it's sure as hell should be good enough for for just basically streaming, like just the spoken word.
I mean, not in a sense of like being a famous one, but yes, she does a lot of her own production.
I'm all over it. Reloaded.
Moving to position.
I'm fairly certain that she had as much
There now.
involvement in the production of Crazy 88's records as the other two. Oh no. He made it with 1 hit point. What a legend.
But yeah, I've ended up spending money on the USB condenser mic, which
Okay.
supposedly works fairly well from some of the sound samples I heard. It's obviously not going to be audiophile quality, but it should be, a lot better than my headset mic anyway. If nothing else, because it's a whole kit comprising of desk mount, desk mount arm, and shock mount, and a pop filter.
Not only did we do it, Shy, we did it with only severe injuries.
I'm not entirely sure if that's necessarily considered a good thing, but
I mean, it's better than
well,
people
we get-
dying.
well, that's true. Right. I think I can turn the fan off because there's actually cold air entering my room from outside.
Oh, goodness gracious. How much longer till my satellite's ready? Another 4 days, yikes. Build
It's
facilities. What we got going on?
One of the good things I should point out about living in Scotland, at least in a semi-rural town, is that when it reaches night time, it does actually cool down a fair amount. So you do there isn't really a need for air conditioning, unlike what a certain American YouTuber who lives in London likes to keep banging on about. And I am prepared to go. I am perfectly prepared to go and fight him about this. I mean, okay, he's got the exception. England is actually a lot closer to the continental Europe. So, okay, maybe and he's in London. So that's a stupidly hot urban area. It's got problems of airflow and ventilation in general.
Who are we
So, fair
talking
enough.
about?
It's a American YouTuber I follow called CGP Grey. Does
Okay.
some interesting, informative videos. He's an American expat who originally worked as basically a elementary grade school teacher. Well, primary school teacher, as to say.
Blurp is
Over
100%
here, and-
correct.
Hmm?
American YouTuber in London was a terrible sequel to American Werewolf in London.
I did.
Which-
Well,
I have officially finally seen part of American Werewolf in London. It is the only part I ever care to see, but I have seen part of American Werewolf in London. And it was specifically the mutant Nazi scene.
what?
That was American Werewolf in London, right?
I've never sort of seen the film in full myself. I've seen bits of it, but I've seen parts of the movie. But there were Nazis in it.
It's a nightmare that the main character is having. Where, they're like all sitting at home.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a moment to make sure I'm not talking out my butt. Yeah, it's from An American Werewolf in London, 1981. It's a really like gruesome scene where an entire family is murdered by mutant Nazis. Very violently.
I think we probably should show that clip on the loop over and over again, and it might convince certain folks who are in contemporary politics now that that's not a good idea. Then again, it might also they might be stupid enough to think that this is an American Werewolf in London is liberal propaganda.
It's very much played for laughs, but
Yeah, I'm sure. I know. I'm sure. It's just, some people just don't have a sense of humor.
yeah.
And despite what it seems, from what I can gather, it seems to be those who accuse the left of not having a sense of humor, or dare I say the S word, snowflakes, who themselves are the biggest ones I've noticed.
Yeah.
The irony.
It's not irony, it's projection.
Well, it's ironic to me.
Contact detected.
Looking in on it, but yeah, I better stop getting too political here. That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Any viewers have not noticed this.
I had to delete how many messages from Funkmon's AMA last night? 4.
All I will say is this is me. I'm a person of two extremes. I'm either ranting about politics or talking about creepy CGI faces.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop mentioning that one because.
Yeah.
Speaking of creepy CGI faces, what the hell is the council spokesman want from us this time, or did we just do what he asked? Because I seem to recall he appeared briefly somewhere.
He issued his usual, "We will be watching, Commander."
Like, was he giving the briefing for the defuse mission or bomb?
Yeah, it was the debriefing for the bomb defusal mission.
Defuse, okay.
And then I shot down a
UFO, yes, we saw.
a UFO. And now I am on my the second half of my Cuba Libre.
What should I think? He has me, who is lewd and obscene, and you for politics, and Blurt for creepy. I do hyper it up proudly. Yeah. Again, though, I do apologise for constantly bring up politics. Part of the problem with general civic life in Scotland is that it cannot be avoided. Partly because there's always some argument over whether or not Scotland should become an independent nation.
Professional stunt
part-
commander on a closed course. Do not attempt at home.
What? Where? Where's that?
Well, Shy said don't drink in command,
Oh.
kids. And I was like,
Ah. Oh yeah, okay.
I have a thing I can say for this. Okay. Send Sky Ranger. Jasmine. Now that I've gotten rid of the Gatling laser and can only send the auto laser, which is what I want. Give her the auto laser. Give him a laser rifle. And also get him some actually useful stuff. I got a sniper.
Yeah,
Right.
like Jiao Glang. Alright, okay. Kang Song. That sounds, well, less Chinese and more veering towards Korean if you ask me, but okay.
Yeah, I get the feeling that they've got everything's sorted into very vague lists. So stuff like that. Actually, you're gonna get the Shadow Ray because you've already got a rocket launcher. But yeah, everything's sorted into very vague lists.
This is the list of vaguely Far East
Yeah.
Asian names. And
Yeah,
this
it's
is
like-
the list of American names, and this is the list of vaguely European sounding names. And this is just a random, we don't know list.
Yeah, and I. What? Oh yeah, you're an assault. Well.
By the way, what happened to my game namesake? I forgot to mention. Is he still out of action, or has he been killed yet?
He's not been killed. However, Corporal Song, you can have ceramic plating for the time being, because our Tachikoma can carry 3 utility items. Let me just double check what Howdo's status is. Howdo is going to be out of action for another 24 days.
Oof. Big oof.
You made it through that mission with 1 hit point.
That is true, but still big oof.
Yeah. The next question is, where are Shy? There's Shy, and Blurp are gonna be available for the next mission. All right, my squad is put together. Let's launch the mission.
You know what I think we should do just for kicks? Or should I say for shits and giggles? We should just rename one of the members after Funkmon and send them off to get their, like, as a light scout or something. And then laugh if he screams at himself in the bathroom mirrors again.
We have to move to secure the areas quickly.
Yeah,
I
well-
am determined to ride that joke right into the ground, through the core of the earth, and back out the other
I
side.
was about to say, it's almost finished tunneling down so you can just go through the center of the earth to visit your family in Hong Kong.
Approaching the crash site now. Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Or just
Strike one is
emerge somewhere in the Pacific Ocean somewhere, because I don't know what the antipode of Scotland is. That is the opposite point. Hold on, there's actually a website to allow you to check that.
I didn't know there was a specific word for that.
Oh, I didn't know either until I learnt it from some comedy panel game show that talks about amazing facts. It's called QI. I'm sure you'll find some clips of it on YouTube. Literally, that's the name of the show, QI.
Yeah. Isn't it the show where you have to give the interesting answer rather than the boring answer, and if you don't, there's a buzzer?
That's it. That's basically it. Hey, that's the show. Yeah, they have a.
We have
Basically,
we have excited
left
blurpfish.
Oh. What? I see. We're also back in the, as I call it, the weird countryside trailer park in the middle of nowhere with
We
a
mo-
whole bunch of suspiciously identical trees.
We most certainly are, and sometimes random stalagmites.
Yes, I'm sort of wondering how have the X-rays already they completely changed the ecosystem in this area.
Moving.
I forgot that Blurp was an Anglophile.
Moving out.
Because Lord knows They have kept me occupied with keeping me utterly terrified.
Oh. But terrified of what?
Oh, everything. Blurp's pastime is finding people's fears and exposing them to them because they think it's funny to traumatize their friends.
Oh, come on, that's no fun.
Silencio. No habéis oído nada.
And for the record,
Heading there now.
using this mapping website, the direct opposite point, if you're to drill through the center of the Earth from...
It is malicious, Blurp! Don't try to pretend it's anything but!
If I was to go all the way through the center of the Earth, through to the opposite point, directly opposite Glasgow, I would end up basically in the ocean.
Heading out.
So nowhere near Hong Kong. In fact, the closest bit of land, if I can get this map to work.
Now I'm really curious, what is the exact opposite point of the Earth? Did you say it was called Antipoint?
Antipode.
What is the antipole for Hong Kong?
Well, I'm just gonna type in, that's how you spell it. Well, for Glasgow, it's basically the middle of nowhere in an ocean, and the nearest bit of dry land seems to be a tiny island that may or may not be inhabited, and is probably New Zealand territory, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a tiny island in the middle of nowhere, and I would get wet anyway. And as for Hong Kong, let's see. Well, apparently, you would emerge all the way in somewhere in Argentina. Departamento Llave. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's basically like in Argentina anyway. It's one of their like one of the counties, I guess.
I see.
Well, it claims it's Argentina. I'm just looking at. Yeah, we're in Argentina, just in the very north,
Affirmative.
west of the country. It looks like.
Ah. Most intriguing.
Double time.
Well, at least you'd be a lot drier doing it if like digging a hole there than you would if you started from Glasgow.
Well, let's be perfectly honest. No matter where you start digging, you're gonna end up really, really cooked. So.
That is true. Okay, have we reached the 50s streamlined trailer yet?
We have.
You hear
I haven't found any aliens yet, which is concerning.
They're up to something.
Yeah.
Balance crispy minor jerky. I will say this, if we develop the technology to be able to drill all the way through the center of the Earth, I think crispy minor jerky would be the least of your problems. I'm sure
Yeah.
that would probably have some sort of catastrophic effect on the rest of the planet.
Oh yeah.
Because I doubt you can just drill a hole all the way through and not expect anything bad to happen.
Hey, does anyone remember the movie where they had to take a nuke to the center of the Earth to restart the core spinning?
I'm on it, Commander.
I don't recall him. I don't recall that. I know there's a movie where they needed to take a nuke to the sun and detonate it in the middle of it, but I don't know if there was one for the center of the Earth.
On my way.
Oh, it absolutely was. I think it was just straight up called like core or something.
Okay.
But
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Actually,
Like-
now you mention that does sound familiar.
Yeah, it like literally the idea was that the iron core of the middle of the Earth had stopped spinning, so they had to take a nuke down and set it off to restart the internal spin of the planet and prevent it from, I guess, causing an endless winter.
Yeah, it's called the core.
Yeah.
2003. I don't think that's how geology and physics work.
Yeah.
But,
Who made that movie?
apparently it was directed by someone called John Amiel.
What studio? Was it Universal?
Let's have a which studio? Distributed by Paramount, apparently.
Paramount didn't have a theme park, did it?
I am not sure. I don't know. They might have at some point. I don't know. What I do know is that Paramount went through various various changes of ownership. So
Yeah.
it's might not even be the same Paramount, although they do have the same logo. Currently they are part of
Viacom.
Viacom/CBS, which was made by a merger of CBS and Viacom.
Yeah. Man, I remember one of the one of the first YouTubers I ever unsubscribed from had a massive, I can't describe it any other way. He had a massive hate boner for Viacom and just slagged them off at every possible opportunity. And it was the most annoying thing to listen to. Like, even for, like, I don't know how old I was at the time. But even for me back then, I was just like, do you have anything else to say?
Roger, Dodger.
The only other thing I remember about him is that he reviewed really dumb toys. That's it. That was the everything I know about that YouTuber.
Okay, fair enough. Bear a second. I'm gonna need to drop out temporarily, at least audio-wise, because my headset is bleeping at me very loudly and urgently that the battery needs replacing. So give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. No, Shy, this is pre-Ashens.
Kill him if you don't hit him.
This guy was old, or was older than Ashens. He was American. I don't mean like started before Ashens blurb. I don't have details that could support or deny that claim. I mean, yeah, this guy was a bit of a fossil. It was not Bernie Sanders. Oh goodness. You know what? This is gonna bother me if I don't go and look it up.
I am back. Right. I'm actually looking this up myself. Are we joined by someone?
Jasmine has arrived.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, you sound very stressed out.
no. I'm dying. It's hot
no.
out.
Oh no.
I'm carrying. I decided not to pay for another Uber because I Ubered 2 tops. And then I was like, I want a bold tea. So I walked with groceries to Pulp, waited in a hot little building with a mask on, and then walked in like, I think, 80-degree heat home.
Yikes.
But on the plus side, my Tokyo crate came today.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm opening it right now. I want to see what's in it.
And I'm hating YouTube more and more every second.
Who isn't?
They have decided to basically decide to impose the new layer on me.
Audio unboxing.
I had a way to keep the old layout for a while, but now they finally basically closed all avenues to use the old layout.
Like, how
And
old
the
are we
music-
talking? Which revision was
Like-
this?
Well,
You give me
it's
a
the
juice
current
box.
version of the site. It's basically this interface, the UX or user experience called Polymer. I had ways of disabling it because, frankly, Polymer was far too slow and unresponsive, and it had a tendency to cause my browser to lock up.
Oh, this is so cute.
And rather than trying to fix the problems, YouTube have just decided we're just going to shut down the old version of the site. Haha, you can't go anywhere else.
Wow.
Execute revision 66.
Execute
like it.
revision 66. I did find the old video thanks to TV tropes. Turns out that guy who reviews toys hates Viacom was enough for TV tropes to find
Ew, is this a squid thing?
Jeepers Media and Mike Mozart.
I have no idea who those two are.
It's one
I'm sorry,
person,
I'm just
and he's... Ooh, boy.
I'm just laughing at what Jasmine was saying there. Is this a squid thing?
Because, okay, so last month, I got this, like, little squid wafer thing, and it was, like, lemon seasoned, and I obviously wasn't gonna eat it, 'cause I don't eat squid, and this looks like something squid related.
Oh.
I
But no,
can't read it, so I don't know.
For those who do not feel like going and looking, the operator of Jeepers Media, Mike Mozart, has a massive hate boner for Viacom, and he kind of looks like what would happen if, God. Why is his name escaping me? But wait, there's more guy. Grew a massive neck beard, and I think he had
Here?
and he has a thing for hats. Just so many hats. Yeah, except I'm pretty sure he was before Jesse.
I'm on it, Commander.
Someone help me out here. What was that guy's name? Dude was a legend.
Dude. Oh,
But wait, there's more. Dude was a legend.
you're talking about for infomercials, right?
Yeah, Billy Mays.
I said that earlier.
Yeah. It just, for
Yeah.
some reason, my brain did not
Your
register.
brain can compute. It's like,
And now the epic rap battle is playing in my head.
hi, Billy Mays here with a special TV offer.
Watch me crush
I
this
forget the rest of
watch me crush this fat, foppish founding father.
Yeah.
I'll take it, my awesome
I literally
ogre.
have a juice that says Kagome on top.
Oh.
And, I don't know if any of you can look at the Discord, but yeah. Inuyasha!
Wait, there's a new Yasha?
No, the name
Oh,
of the
no.
juice is by Kagome.
Oh.
You sound like someone who's had their dreams crushed there, Xale.
I loved the idea of there being an active, in production Inuyasha themed any kind of food item.
I would not be surprised if there was one, we just haven't found it. It's probably sold in some obscure place somewhere. Oh, do you know what's really funny? I just looked up the brand name. What's happened? Oh.
Shai created the best
Inuyasha.
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 Best pun. Best pun.
What was his Oh, fuck. I don't even know his name. The black haired dude.
Anyway,
The goth one.
I just looked up this food company. That's on the that's on Jasmine's I guess subscription box. Probably.
Right.
Apparently they have a US wing.
Hmm.
They have a US division.
Alright, so I've got
Literally, if you go to their website, kagomeusa.com, they have a US division.
They have a US division, but I got this from Japan, so there's literally no English on it.
No, I just
I don't even know what it is. It's just a juice box.
Okay, let's beef up the air
load up
war a
Google
little bit.
Translate, take a picture,
got my own
feed it into
bubble
the
tea, too.
translator.
Nice.
DIY bubble tea matcha milk. ASMR.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Shy, did you specifically ask Alexa what the name of Inuyasha's sexy brother was? Fantastic.
Sesshomaru, right, okay.
I will admit, I slept on Inuyasha. That's not something I watched when I was a kid. My social circle, or at least the part of my social circle that was into anime, was all about Yu Yu Hakusho and Rurouni. So
I was all about Gundam as a kid.
Anyway, as I was saying, have you tried feeding taking a picture of the carton and feeding it into Google Translate? Because that's what I would do. I'm not able to make out what that says, and even if I could,
Make out what says.
what it says on the picture, well, I can't really make it out anyway,
Kagome! Alright, I think I'm gonna break into this in a little bit. I think I might put in a phrase first.
I
What
can
should I
make
eat
out,
first?
I can make out what looks like a character, meaning flush, or rinse, but that's about it. And it's probably got a different meaning in Japanese.
What does this popcorn taste like? Salty popcorn.
Did they not send you a leaflet with those things to
They
explain
do,
what
but
the hell
like at the same time, like I want to like figure out what it is. Like I got these lightly salted Doritos, and I'm just gonna not fuck it. I don't know if I want to eat them. I don't like lightly salted things. If there's not like a pound and a half of salt on something, I don't eat it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
alright, visit the
I got
gray
citrus
market.
Kit Kats. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do first. Citrus mint Kit Kat.
I have an awful lot of meld, so I will start by getting rid of some of that.
Ooh, these smell good.
Well,
Bring that
make
on
sure you
down a little.
keep enough of it for research purposes, just in case.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep 150 of it, but
Let's try this.
and I'll
I'm
keep
going to-
30 of these corpses.
I'm
think
gonna
I've
try
already
one
put
last
it in
throw of the dice here to try and force YouTube to not use the new layout, and if that still doesn't work after that, I'm probably going to just get quite pissed off and possibly randomly break something in my anger.
I would advise against that, but
Normally I would as well, but it also in some way would be funny for your stream. It could actually attract a whole bunch of new viewers. It might even become a very shared clip on the social medias. Just
Scotland
Guy
Rage!
yeah, guy loses it in the end of the XCOM stream, and inevitably they'll take it out of context and think that I was breaking things because I got angry at something in XCOM,
Natch.
which is actually plausible. I probably would end up doing that if I was playing this game and something went badly wrong.
Entirely possible.
Invalid
Ooh.
script. What the hell?
These look
I just
good.
copied and pasted this directly from the Reddit, and it's already saying it's invalid.
Yikes.
Thick soup. Huh. I never knew that.
Oh yeah.
Well. How about that Suicide? Dude, Suicide Squad we don't talk about. We don't talk about that movie. Shush.
I think we may have found the thing that Jasmine's sensitive about.
We don't talk, we don't talk about it.
Ha 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 ha! Look at that high-waisted man. He got feminine hips. Oh no, that's the thing I'm sensitive about.
Or, you know what else we don't talk about? Hold on. I gotta think of the name of the movie.
Right, that doesn't work.
None of y'all probably seen it, but it's called Joe, and it stars Nicolas Cage, and it's the worst movie ever on the planet.
Oh.
Sorry, what?
I watched it twice and I didn't know what was going on. How the fuck do you open this?
Honestly, right now I'm just glad that I was able to convince Funk to watch a certain movie called Inside Man.
Inside Man.
Yeah, it is the best bank heist movie ever made.
No. They need to make a movie called Long Long Man.
They already did.
Just because it's a commercial series doesn't mean it's a whole movie.
That was a whole movie plot, okay?
It was. They need to merge it into one movie.
Oh, that's just... Sorry, I'm going
I want
to
more of
spend the
those
next few
gummies.
minutes trying to fix this thing on YouTube.
That's fine.
Which probably won't work anyway because Google are determined to... Well, this is put it this way. Someone I know has repeatedly said for a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory that Google are deliberately trying to tank YouTube for reasons only known to them. Now, normally I would say that is absurd and he's ridiculous, but the way things are going with YouTube, I honestly would not be surprised if that was the case.
The whole website is developed and run by AI at this point.
What? What website?
YouTube. I'm just dreading the day when eventually the servers become sentient, and it just...
Right?
I'm genuinely worried about the time. Genuinely worried about when it will eventually achieve sentience and just, become like Skynet.
We've got decades before that happens.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting.
I'm sure they probably said the same thing about
So that's where we're going
about
next.
Google becoming dominant.
The aliens are continuing.
And that
to
was
target
only about a
civilians
decade
for
ago, and it was
abduction
only a
in several
small
major
search
cities
engine
across
then, and
the
now
world.
it's far
We
too
have to get down there
pervasive.
and deploy as soon as.
I mean, yes, but the thing is that, like, we've had this discussion before. Actual
Yeah.
sentience is so complicated that I don't think we'll be able to produce conscious mechanical intelligence unless we basically make an exact
Copy that.
physical replica
Strike one
of the
is cleared to
human
engage
brain.
hostile targets. Watch your backs out there, people.
For some reason, I'm now thinking that
Commander.
there's genuinely, in the depths of Google HQ, there is just this human brain connected with electrodes to a bunch of computer systems that's listening to this now and thinking, like, oh, help me! Get me out of here! Okay, I'm sorry. This is going creepy again, isn't it?
It
Well,
is.
On the move.
Either that or there's some rampant AI in Google servers, and already just thinking, foolish human, I will be unleashed on the world, and then you will all die. Or something crazy like that.
Okay then.
Spoilers, just.
This has become a bit
do-
much.
So do y'all want to know something fun that happened the other day?
Please save us.
I got put on a 3-day post block on Facebook because
Oh?
I made a joke comment. Yep.
What was the comment about?
I said, no, something. My friend was bitching about her ex, and I said, girls ain't shit. And then they were like, ho ho! You said women. You're banned. 3-day. I said, okay, fine.
Okay, that is admittedly really outside of there being any consequence. Or not consequence, context.
She was bitching about, like, how, like, her ex was, like, cheating. Like, this when they just broke up. And then, like, she found out she was cheating on her and everything like that. And already went to the new person. The person that she was cheating on her with. And I was like, girls ain't shit. And then Facebook was like, hey, that's hate speech. We're gonna have to put that 3-day post block on you.
Is there actually any bloody human moderation on Facebook at this point? Because I'm seeing all sorts of people are getting bans or restrictions for innocuous things. Meanwhile, actual fake news and hate speech is still going all around.
Meanwhile, I saw one of my friends type the hard R 30 times in a post, and they didn't get banned.
Yep.
I reported it, and they said, "Oh, we don't find anything wrong with this."
So
that's what I mean. There's actual hate speech going around that there's doing nothing about. Ugh. Why do I even use that site? Frankly, I need to start looking at alternatives.
yeah, I'm in
a lot of shit posting groups, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear, what do you do? I've honest. This reminds me of a joke, a bit of a
Please, miss.
dark joke. At this
Hit or
point,
miss. I guess I never miss, huh?
Yes, thank you. I hope I never have to think of that bloody song. But yeah, there's
I'm gonna take a second of a break from the game, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
ASMR.
So the problem I have with that song, I have slouched back down. I've literally slouched down so I can't see XCOM right now because I am so relieved that Cyberdisc didn't just one-shot my medic after I thought I had canceled its Overwatch. But okay, the problem I have with that song is that it is a diss track against a adult actress who did not deserve it. And as far as I can tell, neither did nothing to like call it upon herself, nor like had any knowledge of the people who launched the diss track before it got launched. It's not like, I don't know, Rap Devil, where there's perceived slights from both Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem, leading them to dropping that. But it's like, what?
All I just know is that song, that track has been spammed too many bloody times on
by that trap
on TikTok, and that in and of itself is already a black mark against it because it's been associated with TikTok. Because I've seen far too many bloody TikTok adverts until recently, until I figured out a workaround. Almost every YouTube video I watched started with a TikTok ad. And I was just about ready to kill someone.
I watched a lot of TikTok meme compilations. So, like, that's where I know the song from. So, like, and obviously I know the one that was also remixed with Flamingo by Quiero Quiero Bonito. So it's like, it's got like a sick ass beat, and then it's like, hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend and I bet he doesn't miss. Yeah. It's fucking lit. I actually downloaded it. I'm gonna put it on my Twitch.
Oh. All I'm gonna say
You all
is,
good, Shy?
I want
gonna
to eat a
see-
salty snack, but I'm scared too. Every salty snack I've tried I didn't like.
That's
Alright,
what
I'm
you we really need to let you get on with blasting the thing in the face
Come
over
on,
there.
shoot the thingy. Shoot the thingy.
I'm still just recovering from my heartbeat right now.
Do you want a corn put?
What is that thing anyway?
I
Why
watched
did it
the
just turn
kitten. I watched the kitten up above. My heart rate has finally decelerated to normal pace. This is a
I can't
cyber
open
disc.
it.
Oh,
It is one of the more dangerous enemies in the game.
a cyber disc.
At least my
Why does that
fucking-
sound like the most 80th thing you could think of?
It looks like a
Because-
hockey stick.
It's an oversized pog.
Why does this taste just like corn? This is gross.
I've no. Oh dear.
It's because you're falling away from me, Jasmine.
Heading out.
Right, I'm still trying to figure out old cyber disc. What's... Go on, kill it. There you go.
And now we're getting a DMCA notice.
You lost the plot.
Oh, Shy. The plot.
We Ben lost the plot. There was no plot.
We lost the plot
There was never.
3 hours ago when I was streaming Metroid 2.
Anybody want these poor gay corn
Making a run for it.
sticks?
I want
$1 for the whole package.
I want Saguro gummy.
On the move.
And more specifically, I want to have Sakura gummy fed to me by Long Long Man.
While he's making eye contact.
Eye contact or no. I'll
No,
take
no.
what I take what I can get.
The eye contact matters. Okay.
Again, eye contact or no, I take what I can get.
Shot failed. Negative 5. I'm spent.
It's leaving a funky taste in my mouth. You know, like the.
Also, I made a mistake.
Mistakes were
Brought me
made.
into the stream.
No. I didn't caution Blurp against taking Lone Wolf.
Oh.
So,
Alright, I recovered from that. Time to try something else.
You have joined us on Her Life on Jasmine Tastes. As she attempts
ASMR,
to
me
try to
taking
figure
the
out.
thing.
Xale plays, Jasmine tastes.
Hell
And I'm just-
yeah.
And I'm just in the background stirring shit.
I'm gonna eat one
Oh,
of these little
tactical
mini-
kills sign.
How you open this?
With your teeth, you heathen.
The majority of this stream is just how do you open
Green
this?
to go.
Yeah?
Actually, which shiv is that? Is that the Tachikoma or is that a different one?
It's not the Tachikoma because I had that in a previous mission and it's having repairs done.
Okay.
I keep hearing Tachibana for like a split second, and I'm like, bro, Tachibana real estate? In fucking Yakuza?
Probably phrasing.
What the hell? But yeah, I
Yeah,
was
doing
just thinking Cyber Disc sounds like some sort of 80s bad movie, like the ones we've been watching every Thursday
Out of ammo here. Dead.
as part of a watch party.
Yeah. It's partially because, you know, the most 80s of media formats was the Laserdisc.
Well, that and it's got the word cyber in the name.
Precisely. Speaking of which, let us all let us take a moment to remember that not even Tesla could make a truck properly. It took a Swedish-American inventor named Simone Gertz to make a proper Tesla truck.
It's raining death over here.
Is this a reference to the to that weird Cybertruck
Fucking Blade Runner.
demonstration on Unveil they had, which kind of went badly wrong, slightly.
Oh yes, it went horribly wrong. It is a reference to that, but it's most specifically a reference to the fact that they screwed it up and someone had already done it right. One of the tested crew, Miss Simone Gertz, had already taken a Tesla Model 3 and made a truck out of it. Which I guess technically would have made it a ute in Australian parlance, but you know. That's
You know what?
A ute. It's short for utility. It's literally just a truck made out of a car.
You know the Chevy El Camino, Jazz?
Okay.
AKA the coolest car ever made?
Yes.
That is a ute.
Oh, I just said, it's literally just take a normal sedan
Mhm.
or hatchback and turn it into a truck.
Yep. They were
We want to talk about the worst car alive. Well, ever made.
Uh-oh.
the Ford Pinto?
AKA, I was just about to say, aka the Ford Pinto.
AKA every single car in XCOM 1? More kitty.
I'm gonna get me a Slav car. A lot.
According to an article I just read, a piece I read somewhere, Mr. Musk doesn't care if people don't buy his weird truck, he just wanted something that looked like it was from a cyberpunk future.
Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Elon Musk is building the cyberpunk dystopian future that, you know, the 80s envisioned. And his wife Grimes is writing the soundtrack. The problem is that they're so
Weirdest fucking couple alive.
the problem is that they're so busy trying to figure out how that neither of them have stopped to ever ask the question of if they should.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Anyway, I'm still trying to struggle to get the bloody YouTube to just stop, but it's not even the fact that the UI looks ugly. It is like, although that's part of it, it's the fact that it's so slow and unresponsive. And I'm running this on a gaming computer that could basically make most games cry uncle.
Everything's already pretty dystopian. Look at his kid's name.
Well, sick burn.
I wasn't even going to bring that up, but yeah, you had to remind me.
Roger.
Thanks. I hate it.
Does anyone actually know how to pronounce it, themselves included?
Oh, I forget the actual meaning of the name. But it sounds like something from fucking Evangelion.
There now.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Evangelion knew better.
It sounds like something from Evangelion. The whole name, not like the just whatever the weird X, A through 12 weird fucking
Hold
Greek
on.
symbol.
I'm gonna paste it into the chat so that
I think he. It was like something with.
The
I
hell's that?
apologize for that beeping. By the way, that's my fucking smoke alarm.
Dear God, do something about it. You're not supposed to just ignore it.
The battery's low, and it's like actually one of the old ones that are out of code, and I don't feel like talking to my landlady, so I'm gonna just take it apart and not worry about it, because we have like 5 of them in the house.
Oh no. No, don't do that.
Just have 5 of them in our house. Our house is tiny. Our house is probably like as small as like if you took Mount Carmel and you cut it into like 8s. No, not 8s, like 16ths.
the
My
fuck
house
is a
about
Mount
16th.
Carmel?
Target's still up.
Waco,
I don't know what that is either.
Texas. It's that cult house in Waco from the
Oh.
80s. Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
ATF. Mission. Fun time.
I
I'm watching
remember.
the series about it.
I see.
Now we have 3 in one room. We're
Okay.
supposed to have
We-
ones with like
we got,
9-volt
like-
batteries that have to be like bolted in the wall and shit. I don't
So
want to
apparently,
do that.
apparently,
Chocolate bar.
they did change it. So they changed the numeral 12 to a Roman numeral, which does
Yeah,
not
it's like
mean a
Archangel
fucking
1 through
thing.
12. That's what the fucking one part meant. It was like Archangel 1 through 12.
That's not how that works.
That's what he said was the name thing. I'm like,
Yeah, but that's not how that works.
this is like chocolate or candy? Oh, there's Pop Rocks in it. Oh,
Blurp, Shy, you guys have leveled up.
that's dope.
You are both sergeants. You need me to read them off, you can. I think I have linked you both the skill trees on Discord, however. If you just want to look at those, that is also acceptable.
For sale in Japan only.
No, I did
I
not
have it
expect you to
here.
keep that, Shy. I know that the search function exists.
Bro.
Okay, so your options are, Shy, Damn Good Ground, which gives you +2 to will. It also gives you +10 aim and +10 defense against enemies at lower elevation, in addition to the usual elevation bonuses. Ranger, which gives you +1 damage to all primary weapons, as well as really all weapons, and eliminates the long-range penalty with sidearms. Very nice if you have to go on a covert operation. And Sharpshooter, which gives you +10 crit chance in all situations and +10 aim against enemies in full cover. Okay.
Damn.
For a moment, I thought that when you read out the name of the upgrade, I thought that was just drunken you giving the name.
What?
What?
Because it was called Damn Good Ground, and
Oh.
I thought it was just called Good Ground, and you're just adding damn at the end of that just
Nope.
for emphasis.
Literally an ability titled Damn Good Ground.
Yes, and I saw that, and I thought, that can't be right. I look at the screen and go, holy shit, he's right.
Oh, I have an apple gummy.
And it looks like Security Officer Vincent Callahan is going to be an assault. At least for now. Until he gets turned into a robot.
Get my Angry Orchard.
Why would I rename him Calhoun? He's already a renamed character. I know, because I was thinking of Barney, which is entirely the wrong franchise. Oof.
What?
Got another week to wait for additional laser cannons. But I don't gotta wait any longer to build another workshop.
We're always glad to have more help down here.
I don't know why I said yes to being engaged to this man. You got the fucking Gummy Bear song stuck in my head now.
I was genuinely concerned that...
Okay, no. Let me specify. You got the Hungarian version of it in my head now.
Okay, but...
I'm staring at the webcam even though that's not even on. But yeah.
I was genuinely concerned. I mean, you also were talking about the Crazy Frog song earlier, so...
I saw a video in this Halo group I'm in, and they edited like, I don't know, something over it. I think they edited like, if I remember, I think grunts over it. But it was the video. So like they edited grunts in the tone of the video.
I see.
And like, I can obviously read their lips clearly, so like, here I am, like, bum 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 ba bum 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 bum.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Bing
Damn
bing.
Funny you should mention that. I remember back in the day. Oh, here we go. Back in the day.
Okay,
When-
yeah, no, you're right. It does look like a side effect.
Okay, but can we not talk about either of those songs ever again?
No, because they're stuck in my head.
I'm not mentioning a song. I'm just mentioning that the sound that came from. I remember when that was actually funny. It was called the Insanity Test, and it was played over a static picture of a Formula 1 racing car. And I remember finding that funny. It stopped being funny the moment they combined it with that horrendous CGI rendered creature, and that is in no way a frog. I can tell you that much now. I don't know what it is, but it was pretty much. You want to talk about creepy? That was creepy.
Can we take a moment to appreciate that this is the second UFO in a row that my
Can I eat it?
aircraft have shot down by themselves?
Oh, they
Yep,
shot it
I
down.
saw
Never
that.
mind. I can't eat it.
Congratulations. What?
Wow.
No one knows how big it was
Right
it though.
back.
It was a medium.
Okay. Okay, no, that's actually quite, that's actually impressive. Most of the time when you're trying to deal with a medium UFO, what do you want, a freaking medal? That reminds me of the asshole, answer you can give in Mass Effect. What was it?
Speaking of which,
People don't get medals for doing their job, something like that.
yeah. Speaking of which, Shy, did you? I can't remember the answer to this question. Did you want to be a psychic, a cyborg, or an officer? I don't remember. Okay.
I can't remember the exact phrase, but I'm sure there was something along the lines there. I'm gonna have to look that up now. That was a fun game. Shame that the controversy over the ending caused so many problems, and the Andromeda was such a dumpster fire.
What are you talking about?
Mass Effect Andromeda.
No.
I was saying that.
What ending? The studio closed down after they released 2.
No, there was after
The studio closed down after they released 2.
Did they? No, they didn't. I think the one who did Andromeda did, but the actual studio BioWare are still kind of around in some skeletal form because they're not really doing anything other than being owned by EA. But
Xale?
they did make a Mass Effect 3.
I don't know what you're talking about. BioWare was shut down by EA after Mass Effect 2.
You can deny all you want, Xale, but
Just
Mass
like-
Effect 3 is out there.
Just like the Ghost in the Shell live-action movie was cancelled after the backlash for them casting ScarJo.
If you say so.
Also, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. We have always been at war with Eurasia.
Shy Girl is determined to shut you down now.
Okay, let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can go for the threefer.
Bangs out.
At this point, I think we need to just rename your commander character as Shepard, just because. Oh,
Nah.
Here.
I should have kept that.
Contact.
I could have made that. Oh well.
Contact detected.
Oh, well, at least you damaged it. I don't know how it's the same one though.
It's a different
we'll
one.
figure out.
It's a different one.
Engaging bogey. Approaching target now.
Well, time to go make it go pew anyway. Oh, there you go. Took no
Send
damage.
the
Well done,
Sky
Conker.
Ranger.
Oh no.
What?
It's actually landed intact. We're gonna actually have to go investigate it now.
Yeah, but it'll be fine. I have a whole bunch of actually good soldiers, so it's fine.
We hope.
Chai
Until-
is 14 hours fatigue, so we can chill for that. Medic.
What the hell was it? There was a way to apparently deal with a stupid UI, the YouTube UI, I mean, and I've forgotten and lost the page that was detailing what you're supposed to do.
Rip.
What the bloody hell is it? No, close that down. Close that, close that. Oh, come on. Where the bloody hell is it?
Auto laser.
Someone has gotten an even worse user interface because they paid for YouTube Premium.
Really?
Well, it looks like it.
It's worse? I genuinely have not noticed. As someone who has YouTube Premium.
Well, someone's posted a picture of what looks like a Windows 8 style UI with a bunch of large buttons with small text on them.
Huh.
So, I don't know, maybe it's just a one-off thing, maybe it's one of these A-B testing things that they do, where half the users get some features and half the users don't, and eventually they just randomly implement them. I don't know.
What do you mean by a mod squad, Chai? That term is one I am unfamiliar with. Oh, okay. I've been intentionally avoiding putting everybody in one squad together because you're all pretty much my best soldiers. Well, no, that's not it. What I try to do is I try to stagger how much overall experience my squad has. So I take some people who are less leveled up with some people who are more leveled up, and then I've got a couple like pairs. You and Blurp I've got paired up, so I never field you guys separately, and then I never field B and Trin separately because that just seems unfair to them. Like, why would I separate husband and wife? And then obviously Jazzbeam and Xale tend to lead squads on their own, which I need to actually, while I'm thinking about it. Jazz, are you there?
I think she disappeared off to do deal with something.
Yeah, she is muted. But I will just have to ask for that later. But yeah, so Jazz, Xale, and Evie all float around based on what I need, and I try not to field them in the same squad together to avoid situations where everybody gets wounded and then I'm just fielding nothing but rookies. That would be bad. That would be very, very bad.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
I found a new workaround to basically
We're dropping you just
use the
inside
old version of the
Egyptian
YouTube
border.
site for now, until Google decide
Looks
to
like the alien crash
break
site
that
is
as
in a
well.
remote area.
It looks like
We may be able to
Black Star
the aliens have time
didn't have time to get dressed before the battle.
I just imagine him. So I can just imagine him saying he's fine. He'll put his stuff on when he gets outside.
Yeah.
As long as he's got his high cyclic weaponry, he'll be fine.
Oh, it wasn't Xale. It was Matt,
Those readings from here.
Alright, okay.
Authorized to assault the alien
who
craft.
I probably need to make a mod.
Solid copy.
That's if and when I find out about what his
Heading there now.
user info for Twitch is,
Heading there now.
since he is a member of my D&D group.
Heading there now. Clear to engage.
Oh no, not literally right away.
Oh. Drone explosions of fragments, and we missed the other thing.
Yeah. Thankfully, Jazz is particularly suited for blowing robotic stuff the fuck up.
Ow.
Welcome back, Jazz.
Thanks.
I was gonna ask before I started, but I will do it afterwards, depending on your answer. Would you rather be a cyborg, a psychic, or an officer?
Headed there now.
You know what? I'm gonna say a psychic.
Okay. I will avoid promoting you to give you that the option of being and psychic later on.
So I am back with my adult beverage.
Nice. You basically one-handedly took down that alien robot.
On my way.
As I should.
Yeah. And yes, Shy, Cat and Bun are inseparable. Also, Diamond is unbreakable.
On the move.
Sorry, I'm just rolling my eyes in disbelief. That's something. Right.
Sorry, what, Zal?
That's nothing. It's
the best
current
part of
affairs. Current affairs stuff. I'm just rolling my eyes in disbelief. It's to do. It's to do with Corona, as I call it. But I'm not gonna go elaborate further.
Yeah.
Other than to say, there are times where I think my fellow countrymen, well, really more the English, to be honest, just by sheer rule of majority, are some of the worst people out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, in happier current events news, big W that the side of sanity and love and goodness pulled.
Solid copy.
Disarmed by the Princess Bride reference there. Over here in the States, the Supreme Court, the highest court in the lands.
You can't fire people if they're gay.
Yep.
Or trans.
Yep, did decide that the Title Section, or the Title 7,
Aye, aye, Commander.
anti-racism laws apply to gender and sexual identities as well as race.
That's what's up.
Now.
Yay! I'm just dreading any potential repercussions from your president, who is not exactly in favor of those kind of things.
Not my
Well-
president.
Yeah, first of all, I don't think he's the president of any United States residents in this room. But that said, there's not a lot he can do.
Moving around the side.
Yeah, even
Yeah, he can't do anything about it.
Need a
even no matter how much he doesn't like it, he can't touch what the court says.
And if he did, that'd be pure tyranny.
If he tried, he'd pretty much have to be removed from office.
My position's been compromised.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did try something, but in the meantime, woo, let's celebrate, let's crack out the beers. I'm sorry, I know that sounded a bit sarcastic, I know, genuinely happy for you folks over there.
Yeah.
Also, I guess the sarcasm is more due to the fact that I don't actually drink myself.
That's
Although
fair.
I did have a non-alcoholic beer earlier.
Those are good.
It's actually a good one as well. It's a non-alcoholic stout, actually. So it actually doesn't taste like ass.
Yum.
As you'd
So
say.
does it taste like Guinness then? Like similar
It's
to Guinness?
basically non-alcoholic Guinness. It's very good. I personally like to sweeten it by adding some cane sugar syrup to it. But
Ooh.
it's good on its own. I've had it on its own. It is one of the good non-alcoholic beers. I think it helps. It's actually specially brewed to be non-alcoholic and not just take a normal Guinness type stout and just de-alcoholize it.
Star Platinum with the W.
Roger that.
Big fat W.
Big W's.
Green to go.
Put some W's in the chat for me, damn it. No, I'm kidding.
Weapons empty.
I'm kidding. Y'all don't got them.
Locked and loaded.
What, puppy? Dude, my dog is staring at me.
Will do.
Right, ask his
Yeah.
opinion on non-alcoholic beer.
Sarah, what's your opinion on non-alcoholic beer?
Position confirmed.
She licked her lips.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as she kinda likes it.
We take those.
Weapon spent.
Okay, stop making mouth sounds now. That's getting annoying, Sarah.
I think your dog just wants something to eat. It's a bit like our dog. He just
Bro,
kind
she's
of.
got food!
I know our dog gets food as well, and he just kind of stares and gets, gets sad.
Do you want a squid cracker? You want a squid cracker?
I miss Gabe.
Solid
Miss who?
Gabe.
Damn. Throw some F's in the chat because now it's sad
Who?
hours.
I'm rolling.
Gabe, the dog. The little white Pomeranian. They always edited songs with him.
Copy
We
that.
lost.
Moving out.
Have you never
Sarah, I
seen the
should do that
Gabe
with you.
memes all?
Ready to go.
I should do that with you. You bark a lot. It would make sense. Yes, you do.
Roger
Yes,
that.
you do. You bark way too much sometimes.
Well, have you seriously never not seen a Gabe meme before?
Hold on, I'll link one in
Nope.
the. I'll link
Yeah,
one
I
in the Discord.
might have, but I just haven't put
Gabe is a tiny white fluffball dog that
He's a little white Pomeranian.
Yeah,
Back on
that a lot of people used to edit songs with video of his barking.
I honestly have never heard of this dog. I gotta admit.
Jazz, can you find him an example, please?
affirmative. Moving out.
I did. I just
Okay.
found it.
Okay.
The best one.
Feel good, Bork? But no,
Honestly, never seen this before.
welcome to one of the most adorable memes of the last decade.
I
Aw.
think the only reason I haven't seen it is because I already have a good source of adorable animals to look at. Mostly cats and rats.
This is true.
From one streamer who
This is entirely
sadly,
fair.
I believe,
Oh, it's still going.
sadly, I believe that particular streamer who has the rats is in a bit of an emotional mess at the moment because they had to put one of them down, and the other one might be following suit.
Aw.
I also got a friend who has
Moving to position.
well, several friends who have very cute very cute dogs.
Will do.
Especially one ex-racing greyhound who is
Oh,
Extremely cute.
Greyhounds are so cute.
Yeah. Extremely cute, rather lazy, but I think that's part of the appeal.
Greyhounds are the old Russian lady dog, right?
No, they're
Did you just call it a babushka dog?
No, the old Russian lady Vine.
I don't know what that is. All
I
know
know
is-
Jasmine.
hold on,
I know
hold on,
Jasmine
hold on.
knows what Vine I'm talking about.
Roger that.
Shut the fuck! Why are you barking?
All I know is
Okay.
greyhounds are the
Look
paper
at me,
dogs they
boy.
use for racing.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's much of a thing over in the States,
Oh,
but
you're talking
gambling
about
and dog racing is a thing over here.
Moving to designated
Yes.
That's a bourgeois dog.
Oh.
Bourgeois. I don't know. It's a Russian dog.
Oh, okay.
It's literally a Russian breed.
That's-
It's called a Russian wolfhound
That's fair.
or a borzoi. I'm gonna say borzoi because that sounds
Moving
that
to
sounds.
designated coordinates.
Okay.
Now I actually gotta Google how it's pronounced because it's gonna piss me off.
What, bourgeois?
Welcome to Zomanix Plays, where we Google things and sometimes
What is
XCOM
play?
gets played.
And sometimes you have an angry Scotsman who rants about everything political.
I mean, that's fair.
Borzoi. I was right.
Or he talks about something
Yeah.
very random
Position
and
confirmed.
obscure, and makes people think that's interesting, or never talk about it again. That's creepy.
Yeah.
My little Russian lady.
I'm about to rekindle a whole phase of jazz memes existence here.
Oh no. If we're talking about my scene face, please no.
No. With the one bit of
bourgeoisie.
with the one bit of Russian I know how to say, and that's хорошо.
Huh?
Moving out.
Oh. Oh.
Enemy troops.
Vodka.
And now Jazz Meme is reliving Clockwork Orange.
It's a true horror show, I say, in the pretty little debauchka down the block.
Damn it.
I regret everything.
Such a good fucking movie. Such a good fucking movie.
I regret everything.
I was about to ask if that was going to be a Clockwork Orange reference.
Yes! I read the book too, and oh my god, love it. I read the book freshman year. I actually found it in my school's library. Freshman year high school.
I'm surprised they didn't ban it.
Damn it. Enemy.
Like
You know what
everything
they
else.
did ban? You know what they did ban? Have you ever heard of the book The Giver? That is such a fucking
No.
good book.
It's really fucked up though.
It is. It's fucked up. We read it in 7th grade before it actually got banned.
That's extra fucked up.
Oh, dude, it was great. I had like
Giver?
the
I've
best.
never heard of it.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna link you the plot of the book.
I think I found it though on Wikipedia. 1993 dystopian novel.
Yep,
Lewis Lowry.
Solid copy.
Okay.
that's the one.
Yeah, it's actually banned. It sucks, but
No round.
it's such a good fucking book. Though.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
Like why they banned it? Because it's good. They don't want you reading good books. That might lead to people who could think for themselves. They don't want you
Hey.
to think.
Fahrenheit 451 isn't
I'm on
banned,
the
but that's a
move.
good fucking book.
Give it time. Don't give them ideas.
It's banned because it has like extremely dystopian views and shit like that.
Rolling out.
Let's see what else had it in it that was.
See, the reason that Clockwork Orange isn't banned is because it can be very easily construed to be an anti-communist novel. So a lot of
I think it
schools,
is.
a lot of American school systems would be like, hell yeah. It's not officially anti-communist. It's really just I don't even want to say it's like really
You're talking about The Giver, right?
no,
No.
Clockwork
This is-
Orange.
Oh, she asked about well,
Oh.
they asked about Clockwork Orange.
Oh,
Because they said, why is it banned? Here's the plot of The Giver if you want to read that. It's wild. I'm starving. No, you're not starving. You are hungry.
Jasmine,
that's the one line of the book I remember.
Jasmine, I'd just like to remind, or to point out that you, you one-shot that,
Hell yeah.
that muton.
Me tough. Me good.
Let's do this.
What do you want, puppy dog? You jumped down, and you sat at the end of my room for a minute near the door, and then you came back and you jumped back up to cuddle me.
He just wants food. Probably. If it's anything like my dog.
He just
He
wants
looks sad.
attention.
Checks out.
Food or attention, one of the two.
My dog always wants attention.
No longer.
Because he's spoiled.
Another
Easy.
day, another successful operation.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
Can you do the, pendulette thing?
What?
Where you shout, "I love you, dog," very angrily at your dog.
Ah, dog! I'm not gonna yell it, but yeah, I'll do that to her sometimes.
Okay.
I get fucking barked at back though in return.
Perhaps it is the context in which words are used that gives them meaning. I love you, dog!
Dog! That poor dog.
That poor puppy.
He's sitting there fucking terrified.
No, he Chloe faces is what he does. He's just like, please.
Chihuahua, you see the motherfucker shaking?
No, he's just like, why are you guys letting me be in the same room with this nut job?
I'll sometimes bark at my dog like I'm DMX.
And note to self, if you ever stream more after this, add Resident Evil 2 with the DMX mod. Oh wait, DMCA. Damn.
Ow.
That mod was good shit though.
I'm actually fucking crying right now.
Oh no, don't cry.
It's funny. Batman is on a whole nother level. He actually has a couple of baby mamas here in Buffalo.
Interesting.
I'm not surprised. Guys, I don't know why I'm laughing so hard at it. Please don't judge me.
How much liquor have you had?
I've just opened up, like, only one cider. It's just, you know what I think it is? It's because I was talking to my fiance's little sister. And she did it to her dog, so it was, like, already funny. And then she just started playing on her phone on repeat. And, like, we all had just woken up. So, like, we were, like, tired. And then we were talking about if he was out of prison or not. Anyway, what should I have to eat?
I don't know, anything you want. I don't know what you've got in your refrigerator, and if I did, you would consider that very creepy and have serious questions to ask.
You put a camel in my fridge?
Full disclosure, I am imagining the guy, like, doing the... I forget what Vine it's from, but the guy, like, points, like, approvingly at someone who's, like, giving testimony against him or something.
Oh yeah, girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
And he's just like, hey.
Yeah, I said that.
I don't remember anything else about that Vine.
I remember I watched that on World's Dumbest. I watched, like, some of the actual testimony that the attorney was reading.
Oh.
And, yeah. And then all of a sudden they pulled up the girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. And then I just seen him like point and like kind of nod his head a little bit, and I was like, hell yeah.
Okay, I can't take shy, and
I was gonna make my own hibachi noodles, but like,
Lurk.
I don't have sesame oil.
Oof.
Like, I don't need it to cook with, but like, yeah. But yeah, no, I got teriyaki sauce, and then I looked for like 10 minutes at the store trying to find sesame oil.
Oh.
Only if I know I can find it. Because there wasn't any. Oh well. And I was gonna use udon noodles to do it, because they usually have like, I don't know the kind of noodles they use. But I like the texture of udon better.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know, me like chewy stuff.
Aight.
Yeah. And they're really good, they hold flavor good. But, I don't have sesame oil, so I'm not doing it. I feel like ordering out.
Get curry. You're gonna order out.
I don't eat curry though. I don't eat Indian food.
You are missing out.
I don't like it.
That's fair.
I didn't like the spices, and I also got sick from it.
Okay, that's double fair. Now I want curry though.
Go get yourself some curry.
I can't, I'm streaming.
We'll make your dad give it. Just order it. Can't you like order it on Grubhub?
No.
Grubhub.
Delivery is currently not available from the curry house we like to here.
Oh.
I live just a little too far away. What is
he just barking in my fucking bottle.
What is nice though is that because the office I normally worked at is closed permanently, I'm probably going to be working at the office that is right around the corner from the curry place, so I can just pick it up on my way home after this. That'll be nice. And I'll be
End of
like,
July, I'm probably gonna go back to where I was working for like a couple weeks if I can find a decent job.
Oh.
Before that, I don't want to go back there. I really don't.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it sounds like they treated you like crap.
I worked almost as hard, if not harder, than anybody there working full time, and I still.
Don't. The thing is, you gotta.
I still have shit in my locker there though, so.
We're heading into China for the next operation. A number of disturbing reports indicate
That's why I was saying, like, it like a
attacking
filler.
civilian targets within a major
Because
city.
she was like, when I quit on the phone. So, I was still on my leave of absence. I quit on the phone, and the assistant manager was like, well, if you ever need a job, you know, you're welcome to come back here. So, obviously I quit on good terms.
That is good. Cause as to say, like, the thing is, you gotta work for your to your pay grade and not a penny higher.
Yeah.
Because the job isn't gonna love you back.
Affirmative, Big Sky. Squad is cleared to engage.
And I'm sure Shy is about to come in here and be like, look who's talking. But it is true. Okay, we have lots of scary noises.
I was about to say, did Chewbacca suddenly join the stream or something?
Hell yeah. Hi guys, my name is Chewy. Whoa, get $7 off any order $15 and up. All day long? Cheap.
Moving to position.
Exactly.
Got it.
I can order hibachi noodles.
Okay, they're just zombies. It's fine.
Oh, for crying out loud. I thought we were fighting X-rays and not bloody the Dawn of the Dead.
A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. You know how it goes.
Yes, and I'm not
Flipping
sure
the
I
coin on
want
this
to.
one.
Heading there now. Nailed him.
Closing on target.
I can order whole ass hibachi plates, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I'm gonna order something like that, I want to experience it for how much they charge for the food.
Yeah, no,
Granted, it's
like,
a big plate of steak and chicken and either rice or noodles.
like Shy and I love our local hibachi, but you're paying for the experience, not for the food.
I know. And what sucks is that everything's closed. So like,
Nailed him.
Oh
my
no!
3-year anniversary is coming up with
Oh
Caleb and America.
no!
Ew, what is that?
These are chrysalids, Jasmine.
I'm gonna eat them.
And I would not advise it. They are poisonous, and also, when they kill you, they do this thing. This,
Do they do like a Resident Evil and they turn you into like a weird zombie thing?
yeah. They do this. They do this crazy troll, where they shove a larvae down your throat, and then you turn into a zombie.
Delicious.
Did I mention they're poisonous?
Bloody hell,
So I just covered up my dog with a blanket,
Oh,
even though she's a long-haired dog, but she deserves it.
Once again, we have rejects from the Fast and the Furious, or as I call it, the Fast and the Spurious, going around the block, I think. Either that or someone just died in a drive-by.
oof.
It's probably not a drive-by, as I explained before. We don't have a right to bear arms here, and frankly, just as well we don't, because everyone knows what would happen if we did here. They wouldn't be using it to defend their property. They would use it to over every single argument about a barbecue grill. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, there was a lot of banging outside, and some cars drove. I think it's just wannabe boy racers and their those farty exhausts they put on their crappy hatchbacks to try to pretend they're sportier than they really are. Well,
Shots
they just
fired, first of all.
noise.
Firepower over here.
It is though.
It really
That's
is the
dumb.
truth. But still, shots fired.
Now, if it was actually an actual sports car, like something like those actual Japanese sports sedans I used to lust over in Gran Turismo, things like Mitsubishi Lancer Evolutions and Subaru Imprezas, then okay, fair enough. But I doubt they would have the money for those actual kinds of cars. It's probably more likely to be their mother's hatchback or something that they've modified and done, and as me and my friend would used to joke,
Enemy is still alive.
basically installed a stereo system, or whatever they call it these days, in-car entertainment, that cost
Yep.
more than the actual car itself.
Yep.
Gotta have those huge thumping bass speakers.
And we have been demonetized.
Oh,
Were y'all not watching what that chrysalid just did?
no.
It was decidedly graphic.
Delicious.
Yeah, I kinda just caught a glimpse of it just as I was trying to deal with something else in the other browser. The other browser window.
Yeah, you have to be monetized to be demonetized.
Shy with the sick burns.
I felt
We-
that because, like, I
yeah,
know
we
I'm
are
never gonna get monetized.
It's so we are so graphic that we're demonetized before we even were monetized.
That's a mood. That's basically most of my streams because, Lord.
Judging by the amount of F-word and other four-letter words I shout on my streams when I've been attacked by basically a huge roving band of alien troopers, probably that's me as well.
You might like this. Stop fucking around. There's nothing there for you to do.
I heard that.
I heard that too.
Yeah, I just heard.
She's crawling at nothing. Well, we really crawl at nothing. There's a demon in my house, guys.
I was just wondering, what have you done to the dog? What are you doing to the dog, Jasmine?
Just take the corn stick. There you go.
Oh, you tried to feed the dog a corn stick. That's the problem.
No, I just tried giving it to her so she'd shut up.
You big baby. You're fine.
Here, stop barking. Here's a treat.
Aye, aye,
I'm
Commander.
off.
Grr, woof. Oh,
What did you do? Why did you put it on the...
Dead in the water here, Commander.
grr, woof.
Your dog will eat that?
Okay,
Will eat a corn stick?
back online.
I don't know what my dog would eat. He's actually surprisingly fussy.
Oh, my dog's picky as hell.
Yeah.
Aggravating. I have to cook for her.
Bangs out.
He's picky as well, but the bizarre thing is they'll also at the same time eat anything that,
Anything I have, she wants.
well, basically, yeah, and if you try to give him something else, like part of the side dish, he can tell when you're basically trying to mess with him.
Speaking of
Shai, what kind of
snacks,
dog do you have?
a big
What
old
kind,
woofer.
What the what?
Shai's got a big old woofer.
Big ol'. That don't help me. I
Don't
don't
eat-
know what kind of dog. Besides a big old wolf. My fiance has a cane corso pit bull mix. She's cute. She's huge, but she's cute. Oh, black lab. A baby. I have a Pomeranian.
This just in, my squad is about to receive some casualties.
Uh-oh. Is there something in my eyeball?
And also, I'm eating chocolate stroop waffles.
What the?
Stroop waffles, did you say?
Stroop waffles? Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, right, I need to get some next time. Although we don't get chocolate ones, but we do get them.
Oh, I love them. I don't care what kind.
They had regular and chocolate minis at the computer store when Shai and I had to take her new computer for a swap. And I was like, I've never had the chocolate ones before.
You know what's really good?
Mhm.
Xale, have you ever had Xale? Nobody, my mother in the background.
Especially because Evie is out of ammo.
F.
Ready to engage.
Have you ever had Xale though?
Heading
No.
to that
Xale.
location.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
They're like, do you know what they are?
No.
What the fuck? No, I'm kidding. They're like these really, really thin Italian waffle cookies.
Nothing's moving down there.
Okay.
Mwah.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Fantastic.
Ready to rock.
I'm on it, Commander. Ready to rock.
My squad might make it through this.
Heading to that location.
With some high hopes.
Because what these zombies don't know is I brought a rocket launcher to this fight.
So I'm looking at this hibachi joint that I usually order food from because they deliver. And tell me why. And
I
their
don't
kids
like
in
how
there?
it's highlighting the vehicles as well. Is it going to make them explode as well? Oh, no, never mind.
A plate of. The kids get like hibachi salmon and hibachi shrimp. I'm not paying $16 on a child. I'm sorry. We'll go to Mickey D's. But you can get side orders of like other stuff too, and those come in big sides, so you can easily get something cheaper for a child there that you know they like.
Son of a...
A whole ass plate for a child for $17 of steak.
Okay.
Kid's eating good. What the hell?
We might be restarting.
Anyway. Uh-oh.
Yeah, big auto. What happened? I had to turn. I had to look away again.
Stop looking away, Xale.
One dead, one critically wounded. Zombies all over everybody.
Oh joy! I had to look away because I'm trying to install an add-on to one of the other browsers I'm using, and it requires some very technical instructions to follow. Your user agent. Come on. Bot.
I don't want a bento box. Oh my god. I'm getting frustrated. I just want food. Excuse me.
I still don't know how I'm going to
Central, Strike 1 is locked and loaded, awaiting drop orders.
get...
Affirmative, Big Sky. Squad is cleared to engage hostile targets. Watch your fire out there. We have civilians on the ground. Repeat,
Yeah,
civilians.
so how that the pickle you're in?
Bye-bye.
What's this?
Damn it.
Yep. That's not it. That's not either.
Drinks are on me.
So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get captures.
Affirmative.
Because like I'm to a point in this game where it's like gonna be impossible to get stuff down to a low enough health to reliably stun them. I mean, I guess I can.
I will be right back.
All right.
I'm about to start keeping score.
I would make a joke about you should just fire rockets everywhere, but knowing that is not possible, I have no idea.
Yeah. I got a rocket.
Just the one.
Yep.
Oh dear. That was also a bit of a silly reference to Ashen's, actually.
It's not
It
one
is
I'm
all-
familiar with.
Yeah, if he's reviewing those old rip-off pop station consoles, sometimes it would list on it color screen or sound effect,
Right.
and he would see just the one.
Yep. Not the 3 sad onions. Okay, when he posted a pop station video recently, I lost it. I thought we would never get another one. I thought we had run out.
Oh no, they'll never completely disappear.
Oh, I'm sure. I just thought we had run out of new models to make fun of.
Again, no, I'm sure eventually another one will come out when you just when you think they're gone.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh, at least they're moving away. They're moving away.
That is good.
Yep.
Heading to that location.
Is running my soldiers directly into the horde of zombies a good idea? Probably not. Am I gonna do it? Hell yeah, I am. To quote the glorious Bill Wirtz, how about I do anyway?
Nothing's moving down there. Weapons hot.
Guns dry. Rock and roll.
Okay, that seems to have done the trick. Test.
Affirmative.
Right. This seems to have done the job.
Aye aye.
We'll just wait until Google decide to get rid of that avenue as well. That workaround.
I should
Until
not lose
then-
that squad member.
No longer a threat.
Until they get rid of that workaround, I am just.
Please crit. Please crit and kill this guy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've used another workaround to force YouTube's old UI.
Xale,
again.
can you send me a screenshot of that UI? I'm curious which one you're referring to. Because I genuinely have no idea.
It might be easier for you just to look at the angry comments on the Reddit, on the YouTube Reddit, because showing you showing you what the current state of my suggestions on my YouTube homepage might upset you, because of the deep dive into that rabbit hole.
Interesting.
I didn't say.
Is the new version of the subscription box fine? Is it just specifically your like homepage?
Dry. Good to go.
It's the entire site. The problem,
Okay.
basically, is that the new the UI, as it currently is on YouTube, is that it shows the thumbnails for all the videos are huge and they take up more room than they necessarily need to.
Can't engage.
Okay.
So you see a lot less videos per per window. Hang on. Actually, you know what? I got one way of showing this. Where the bloody hell's the other browser? Yes, I run more than one browser because sometimes some sites don't play nice,
There now.
and it gets annoying.
Don't I know it? I play Dungeons and Dragons, all. I have to deal with a thing called GM Binder and a thing called Home Brewery, and those both are very fickle about what browser you're using.
Yep. I find that happens on a lot of sites as well. Or sites.
I'm rolling.
Second. YouTube.
Run for it. Get
Let me
the
just
shit.
check this actually works. Yep, that one works.
Contact.
I actually customized it using some other custom scripts, so they're going. This will look a bit strange. I basically used an extension to change the color of the homepage, but that isn't part of it, and it shouldn't matter because the important thing is what it actually looks like. Hold on. Snipping. And we saved that one. And we're going to show you how badly this looks as I watch you try to vaporize a chrysalid who has gotten a little bit too close for comfort.
I'm perfectly happy with the chrysalit's placement so long as I can pump it full of laser weaponry. My big concern right now is with the horde that's approaching.
Go on. Head to the ship.
And I know I'm wasting a shot from him, but I'm not too concerned about his ability to blast people.
Moving.
Okay. Who can you shoot? Okay, you can shoot at somebody besides.
Right, that's me taking the 2 screenshots. I am now going to quickly re-enable the...
Target down.
This... As I said, I know eventually this will stop working as well, this workaround, but as long as I can keep it going for a little bit longer, I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
As I said, it's not just the look of it, it's the fact that the whole site becomes somewhat unresponsive after a while. No, after opening just not even a large number of tabs with YouTube videos, just a mild amount of them is enough to cause issues. And they have done nothing to fix the site. In fact, there's evidence
that they're just breaking it worse.
Yeah, especially if you're using a browser that isn't Chrome, or indeed, even if you're using Chrome, the site doesn't seem to load all that well, and it just becomes very unresponsive.
I wonder how I haven't noticed this. That's my question, is like, this seems like a fairly major issue, and yet this is the first I'm hearing about it.
You're either lucky, or it's... or maybe my computer's getting a bit too old, but given that it's not just me complaining, there's quite a vocal number of people, or maybe we're just very fussy, I don't know. Maybe I should just stop complaining and just get with the program, as they would say over there.
I mean, complaining is an essential feature of the human experience. I wouldn't rob you of that.
Okay, on the group call, I am going to send you 2 screenshots. One is of the old interface. You can ignore the colors. I use a browser extension to deliberately darken the theme.
Okay.
That's what the old site is meant to look like, using my workaround.
Right.
And it's basically what it looks like in the past. This is the current layout. It looks ugly and iOS-esque, if you ask me.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That the second one is the one that I have, and I just haven't noticed because I haven't cared.
I think that's probably why most people haven't complained, but frankly I did notice, and it wasn't just the ugly looks, it's the fact that the site just in general just didn't want to load sometimes.
That's fair. For my part, the reason I didn't care all that much is like, I never use the homepage. I go on YouTube and I go immediately to the sub box, and the sub box is not like that at all.
Hang on, let me just double check this.
Negative. Weapons dry.
Switched it off.
Ready to engage.
If I was to use the...
I don't think we can blurb just because we don't have image hosting. Well, I guess since you've sent them on Discord, you could probably open them in a browser and send them.
All I'll say is, to be fair, yeah, the subs, it's not as bad on the subs page, but it's not just the actual pages themselves. If you actually go into a video and start playing them, the player seems to act up on my computer.
Interesting.
And for many others as well. Basically, it just seems to be slow and unresponsive in general, and it gets very annoying. Especially if you put it into full screen, that really causes it to grind to a halt.
That's fair. Oh, there's so much stuff.
I'm rolling.
Just switch that back. I might be just fussy. Maybe it's just my choice of browser. I don't know. All I know is it's just really annoying, and if I just want to watch a video, it becomes well nigh impossible. I think this person I know might have a point. I wouldn't exactly call them a friend, but I do know them long enough, and they might have a point about the Google trying to tank the site deliberately for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe they're going to bring back Google Video, if you remember that.
Down.
Maybe, I don't know. They've
Google Video was an ancient old video hosting service that they were using before they bought out YouTube.
the thing is, Blurp, YouTube doesn't make money.
Out of ammo here.
Affirmative. Bangs out.
Moving to position.
But yeah, it's not like I said. For me, it's not just the looks; it's the fact that the whole site
Yeah.
just seemed to run like it's been. You literally dragged it through of a large lake full of treacle. And this is not just in Firefox, which I normally use. This is in Chrome as well, or indeed a cut down version of Chrome, a version called Chromium. Pared down to the bone as much as I can. It sometimes does it there as well. It's just very annoying. And you don't need to just take my word for it. There's a lot of people on Reddit. Admittedly, Reddit is one of those sites where I always felt is full of people who just randomly get upset over, well, random things,
yes.
sometimes unnecessarily. But
Reddit.com.
yeah,
You
but
will
they
never
do have-
find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. You must be cautious when you venture onto that website.
But yes, it's just I just find it annoying in general, and just out of sheer. Also, because I'm annoyed at a few other Google/YouTube policies, I just, in general, out of principle, refuse to engage with the newer versions of this site, and will continue to do so until the point such that they make it near impossible.
Okay.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Something like that, yes. Or in this case, the workarounds will continue until
The site
Google
improves.
basically, yeah. Or
That
Google
was
make
Eevee, wasn't it? That was Eevee. Oops. I keep moving people that I don't, or that I think aren't infantry, and my infantry people need to be stationary as much as possible, so that they can take 2 shots around, and I can hopefully deal with the zombie infestation sooner rather than later.
What you need to do is to do what we would do in World War Z, which is literally just stick an electrical grid down.
Moving.
That would
Which
be
is
nice.
literally which is literally just a section of chain link fence linked up to a high voltage battery.
That would indeed be nice.
And that somehow stuns the zombies. I know it's not an option here, but it would be nice.
I mean, it's hooked up to a car battery, right?
Hmm?
It's
effectively, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the case in Europe and in the islands, but car batteries here in the States, you're generally cautioned that if you touch the terminals on that while you're giving somebody a jump, they're not gonna call an ambulance for you, they're gonna call you a hearse.
Oh yeah, I think they got the same warnings on car batteries here as well. Which is why I get very cautious if I have to work around them. But otherwise, now come to think of it, I think the electrical grid in World War Z actually makes use of a small generator rather than the battery. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Remember, it's just the volts that jolts, it's the mills that kills.
Got it.
Indeed. But they always call it a high voltage grid.
Yeah, then again, now that I think about it, they are, according to the book anyway, not functioning based on the normal biological requirements of a living creature, so who knows?
No, they don't actually kill them in the case of the game. They just stuns them long enough that you can just blast them away, and they won't be able to get near you.
Yeah, I wonder if that's an actual thing though in Max Brooks's universe, is if you put a high amperage current through
through a Z, it will kill it.
if it'll kill it, or if it'll kill it or just stun it.
I get the feeling it probably isn't. There's a lot of things in the game that don't match up with Max Brooks' interpretation. I mean, you don't necessarily have to aim for the head, for example.
Heading out.
Yeah, we had a nice long talk about that at one point, but
And I think you saw me as I was playing a solo round of World War Z when I streamed it. Oh, how did they? Why was your soldier's laser gun clipping through the wall?
because this game does not have the best collision detection. Who was name calling? Blurp?
Back online.
Yeah, I was about to ask is if we're. All I'm gonna say is if we're gonna get upset at the Zeds, trying to eat my brains. I'm sorry. I'm more than happy to mock them. I call them undead brain munchers, for crying out loud. Right, what have we got?
Okay,
We have
we're green to
something.
We got zombies around the corner.
Let's rock.
I'm on it, Commander. Move out. Locked and loaded.
On my way. Back.
Sorry for tabbing out.
Zombies, Zeds, Zeke, whatever you call them.
Sorry for tabbing
know.
out so much. There is some stuff going on outside of stream that I am needing to stay attentive of.
Hopefully it's not too serious.
It's serious, but it's not a major issue. It's nothing that like I need to stop the stream for or anything.
Okay. Yeah, apparently Zeke is the military slang used for zombies in World War Z, or Z, and I'm just thinking, that's weird. It's also just a name,
Yep.
shortened form of Ezekiel. How do you pronounce
Yep. Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, okay. I don't know why you would call them Zeke. Look, they're just zombies, okay? Just call a spade a bloody spade. They're zombies.
Yeah. Again, if we were assuming that it was a true to the Zombie Survival Guide universe, the reason they would not immediately call them zombies is to differentiate from Hollywood and from voodoo zombies, which are both actual things in Max Brooks' universe, which all have different causes, behaviors, and solutions. There's an entire section of the Zombie Survival Guide, pretty much dedicated to why you shouldn't, or why you are a bad person if you confuse a voodoo zombie with an actual zombie. Because voodoo zombies are people that are just drugged up. They're not.
I see.
They're not dead or anything.
That reminds me, I need to need to go and we're going to speak to the folks in my World War Z group and see if they're up for a game at some point. We haven't played in a while, partly because of some. Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail myself, but we had a little bit of drama in the Discord we normally on, which resulted in a banning and a prominent member getting very upset and decided to call it quits.
So, Blurp just messaged me on Discord. The reason that they said it's very rude to name call is because of my joke about if you touch the leads and complete the circuit when you're making when you're jumping somebody's car, they're not going to be calling an ambulance for you. They're going to be calling you a hearse. And the joke being, it's very rude to call someone a hearse.
No.
Which is hilarious. But unfortunately, apparently Blurp is dealing with like a 5-minute delay.
Yeah.
We didn't leave anything to chance.
5-minute delays are annoying.
Excellent work, Commander.
But the good news is, Evie got a promotion, as did,
Speaking of World War Z here, I probably shared this before, but here's a video, here's a picture from Wikipedia of part of downtown Glasgow they were using to film, do some of the filming of that movie.
What movie?
World War Z.
They made a World War Z movie?
We will be in touch.
I've never heard of that.
Well, you have now. Although I think we discussed this before, we did find it hilarious that they've basically had to redecorate an entire section of city in the major municipal square, I should point out as well. Just they had to redecorate everything to be American and put American vehicles there to film a movie set in America.
Yeah, to film a movie not only set in America, but set in the part of America that movies tend to get shot in.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I do remember going by that area every so often when I wasn't on duty and seeing some colleagues who were helping basically help man the site, and it was just it was a bit surreal, especially seeing the American style traffic lights. They paid a heck of a lot of money. It wouldn't have been cheap to replace all the lights in the road markings and to pay the reply.
Shy, you. Xale, you are getting real robot-y.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Let me check what's going on here. Why is it doing that?
Better now. Whatever happened.
This is probably just my internet connection. It sometimes goes a little bit glitchy. Hold on, I'm just going to drop out of the call and rejoin just in case. Yeah, so
alrighty.
Rejoin, and hopefully that'll fix it.
Hopefully it'll fix it.
But yeah, as I was saying, it was a bit odd seeing part of the city from where you were being really redecorated so that it looks like a foreign city.
Commander.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see there.
Abductions in progress.
Just to give you an idea, no, we don't have traffic lights that look anything like that. They certainly aren't painted yellow. They're painted black with a white reflective edging around the ends. Oh, sorry, was that?
That was me.
Hey.
Me back.
Jasmine, was that you hiccuping or something?
I just made a noise.
Oh.
We were just talking about how crazy it was that they would use part of downtown Glasgow in Scotland to film a movie set in Philadelphia, I think. Was it Philadelphia? I can't remember.
I thought it was LA. I literally thought they dressed up Glasgow to look like the city that they normally film in. I think that's why. I thought that was why we were just like so flabbergasted by it. I might be wrong,
Philadelphia.
though. Okay.
I don't know why though. Yeah, they put fake storefronts to match what it would look like in actual Philadelphia, and they put a bunch of American cars, as you probably can see in that in the picture. I mean, yeah, you can even see they
Crazy.
have a police SWAT van from the Philadelphia PD, for Pete's sake, or a van that was dressed up to look like one.
It's my
And they even issued out a casting call for random extras to play as zombies.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I think some people I know might have actually gotten involved in.
I mean, if I had the opportunity to, you damn well know I would have.
I'm just amused. But it's also a little like, yeah, I still don't understand why, like why us to double for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, or Delphi or whatever. You'd think they would be able to negotiate a shooting permit there or something, the
Yeah.
filming permit. I don't know. There's probably reasons. I don't know, tax related. Someone who knows about these sorts of things, please tell us, because I would like to know.
Indeed.
What else was there? Mind you, it's not the first time Glasgow has doubled for some American city. Like I said, Doctor Strange himself, Benedict Cumberbatch,
Bendy Straw
was-
Cabbage Patch?
yes, him. He was it? He was part of. Where you felt no. What was that? What was it called again? Oh, damn it! I looked up as well. He. Oh damn it! He did some TV show. Where he filmed it in Glasgow as well. But they had to do the same thing. They had to redecorate downtown Glasgow street so that it looked like some other city in America.
Interesting.
Again, no idea why. I remember walking by this when they were doing the shooting as well, doing the filming. It was hilarious. They just had American cars everywhere. They closed down a section of street. There was American traffic lights again, put up where the British ones were. It was just bizarre.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think, given the time, this will probably be our last mission for the night.
Are we anywhere closer to the end, or?
Not really.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Patrick Melrose. There we go.
Strike one. Prepare for
Yeah. Unfortunately, right now, we need
Grant is sending
to
an urgent mission.
build and field a whole bunch of.
We're still seeing dozens of reported abduction attempts coming in from cities around the world.
Sorry, we still need to build and deploy a whole bunch of stun guns, basically, so we can capture aliens. Which, thankfully, once we start actually doing that, we're gonna start reclaiming countries. So
Central. This is Big Sky.
I'm not all that worried about China and
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike 1 has the green light for
China.
don't you start.
Heading for that location.
But I'm not worried about how we're about to lose China and the U.S. because of that.
And meanwhile, we are in France.
Yep. We're in Lille, which is actually a place with a name I recognize.
Heading there now.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about it. I just know that I have seen and heard. You know what? It was in the Great War.
Ah, alright.
See, come here. Come here, kitty.
Which apparently someone ripped off their idea and is doing a Cold War retrospective. No. I can't remember. Yeah, they're doing the ripoff was the Cold War, and then
Commander.
they're planning on doing the World War II, I think.
Rolling.
Heading out.
Right, I'm just speaking of right. Speaking of Benedict Cumberbatch, that actually just reminded me of something. It reminded me of something.
I was gonna say, what about
really
Bendy Straw Cabbage
bad.
Patch?
It reminded me of something rather terrible.
I'm on it, Commander.
Oh boy.
In sight.
Don't worry, it's not
Well,
terrible.
colorblind?
It's not terrible in a political way. Well, it might be. He basically was involved before he was in Sherlock, which I know him best for. He appeared in this 5-part TV drama called The Last Enemy. That was back in 2008.
Getting up in their face.
Okay.
Okay.
It's basically is dystopian future. Britain is under basically lockdown, and they're using this giant Google-like centralized database of everything to stop stop illegal immigrants and other nasty criminals. And
man, remember when it was politically possible or politically correct? Not correct, but remember when it wasn't politically correct? No. Remember when it wasn't a massive faux pas? There we go. Those are the words I'm trying to say. To use or to make a show in which you portray undocumented immigrants as bad guys, and no one rightfully decimated you for it. Like, I'm really, as terrifying as the world has become, I'm really proud of the fact that public consciousness has at least made some fairly major strides in that regard.
Yeah, well, before you go on, I should point out, the immigrants themselves here, the few that are portrayed in here, are not actually portrayed as the enemy. They are actually just portrayed as innocents caught up in a horrible situation, being hounded by the authorities, actually.
That's good.
The baddies, quote unquote, if you can call them that, are basically the various rather crazy shadowy people that work for and against the government.
I was gonna say, knowing that part, that last part, this is sounding more and more like a knockoff of V for Vendetta, and I am here for it.
Well, it may as well be. Funny you should mention that. It does sound like that. Basically, Benedict plays some mathematician who's coming back from mainland China to Britain, and he's surprised to see all these enhanced security measures. And people are asking him, "Oh, but wasn't it much worse in mainland China?" And he goes, "No, actually, people just left me alone, and as long as you didn't get involved in politics, they didn't really bother you. Unlike here, where people seem to be obsessed with knowing what you think." And he basically becomes the government spokesperson for this centralized database of all information, somehow. The thing that sticks out to me in this stupid program is that literally felt like every second minute, Benedict's character would be accosted by some angry person who would immediately start screaming at him, "Who are you working for? Who are you working against? Who are your friends? Who are your enemies? What did you have for dinner last night? Who are you speaking to?" They go, "No, I'm not doing anything, I'm just a mathematician who came back from China." And they would, and then he would go around, and then he would be accosted by another shadowy person who goes, "Who are you? Who are you working for? Who are you working against? Who did you have for dinner last night? Who are your friends? Who are your enemies? What's your opinion on this?"
I'm sorry, all I'm hearing right now is that this is a ripoff. This is basically a ripoff of V for Vendetta meets a ripoff of that movie Cabbage Patch was in, where he was Alan Turing.
Well, he seems to play those kinds of characters. He's the poor guy who's easily typecast, but yeah, and then I remember.
I mean, I was mostly upset by the fact that they didn't hire an actually gay actor to play Turing, but you know.
Yeah, well, for Hollywood casting, you know, not being what it is, unfortunately. The other things I remember about this stupid program was that it was basically there was some subplot involving a tainted vaccine that was being given to in an aid program in the Middle East, and it turned out that the reason why it seemed to be killing certain ethnic groups was it was actually some faulty experiment in an implanted ID chip or something, and Benedict ends up banging a lot of people, well, a lot of women, for gratuitous reasons, I recall. It's just a train wreck of a program.
That does sound like a train wreck.
Oh, and Robert Carlyle is in it.
Affirmative.
He's the guy who was in the movie The Full Monty, but he's also known for playing psychotic characters. He was also in Train Spotting. I'm trying to think what other famous roles you might know him from. Oh yeah, he was in 28 Weeks Later, sorry. Which is another zombie movie.
Yep.
You might know him as the guy who, well, spoiler, goes psycho and kills people again.
I mean, that, to be fair to any given actor, up until last night, I didn't know Christopher Plummer's name. I literally just knew him as the guy that played Captain Von Trapp.
Hostiles pacified.
And then 2 nights ago, I watched Inside Man for the first time in years.
That's on Wikipedia link to that TV series I was talking about. The reason I mention it is because it was such a mess, and I remember one critic mentioning at the time, one critical reviewer pointing out, okay, if this is meant to be in a super secure, you know, everyone, every piece of CCTV camera footage is available in this one central database that tracks everyone, how come is it that Benedict's character manages to get into a university lab in the first episode without being challenged and without anyone noticing, and it's never picked up on? It's a lot of plot holes, and it's basically just stupid. I think it suffered from low budget.
To quote Pitch Meeting, so that the movie can happen.
So it seems. But yeah, Robert Carlyle's in it. He plays crazy, angry Scotsman who kills people, apparently for the government, or maybe not. It's not understood. And the guy who was famously in a medical drama that portrayed hospitals in a rather unsympathetic way, some would argue, a guy called Max Beasley ended up being another character in here. And, well, it had the potential, it's just, I just remember it being a mess, and if you even look at the viewing figures on the table in the Wikipedia article, the numbers slowly dropped, or quite rapidly actually dropped to half by the end of the series.
Commander, we have an incoming transmission.
It started off with about 4 million viewers, it ended with about 2. Also, yeah, the guy that Benedict plays apparently has some form of OCD.
Okay. So, given how close we are to 7, and given that we have a mission set to start, I think that's going to be where we call it for the evening.
Okay, on that unfortunate note, I wish I could give you like a funny, more amusing note to end on. Like this was a genuinely crappy movie that was actually a lot of fun, but sadly, all I can give you is a crappy TV series that is basically a rip-off of V for Vendetta.
Yeah, that said, Xale, you'll be happy to know this. The mission we're going to be jumping straight into on Thursday is going to be the sequel where we're going to find out what the hell that device Zhang gave us is. Which I think is a good thing, because if I remember correctly, Zhang died, did he not?
He did last time, yes. He met an untimely end at the hands of... Well, I can't even remember. Was it No, what was it? What did he get
no,
killed by,
he has not died. He must be wounded.
No, I mean, the last playthrough you played, I'm sure.
Yeah, here he is. Zhang, he's gravely wounded.
Yeah, remember the last playthrough you did by the farm on the last one?
Yeah. rather quickly if I remember correctly. But yep. So that's gonna be what we're gonna be jumping straight into on Thursday, which will be my last stream for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. Because I am gonna be restarting full-time employment, and until I get my schedule worked out, I'm gonna have to suspend streaming. I may from time to time just throw on whatever I'm playing and stream, maybe with no mic, but that will be unannounced and when I have time and feel the need or feel the ability to do it. But for the time being, we will be back in a bit under 45 hours, I believe. Bit over 45 hours. 4 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. And so until then, I have been Xale Mannix.
I've been Xale.
I've been Jasmine.
And we will see you Starside.
Beaming straight to detox.